Hey there, today we're going to talk about something that one of my favorite clients calls side quests. What's a side quest? Well, I'll say what I believe they are. A side quest is something that you're interested in and maybe even passionate about, but it doesn't really fall along the path of what you say your goal or desire is. You find yourself doing these things and you're actually pretty happy doing them. They light you up in some way. Yet there's this disappointment in yourself that you say, well, oh my gosh, I'm so busy doing these side quests that I'm really not getting to what I say I want. And what happens is it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And what happens is we then take up all our time and energy doing these things that actually aren't what we say we want. So what do we do about it? Well, I'd say the first thing is check in with yourself. Do you really want what you say you want? Is your goal really your goal? Is your desire truly your desire? And honestly, that is the most important thing. To really nail down, and if you think back to the success path that I lay out for folks, decide, discern, discover, practice, celebrate, that decide is really deciding on that vision, that sort of 3-year, what do I want to look back on? That is probably the most important thing. Now, let us just say that step has been done. And incidentally, if you want to do that, please get a hold of me, because that could be the first and last thing you need to do. You might be ready to roll right after that. But say you do that and you're still finding yourself being pulled off to these side quests. I've got a couple of more things for you to consider. One is that lots of times when we're neurodiverse especially, we really crave that dopamine. For those of you who are not 100% sure on what dopamine is, it's that feel-good chemical in our brain that we get when, let's say, we get to the next level in a video game. It's the feel-good chemical when we run a marathon or we run. We get this woo, endorphin and dopamine and happy chemicals. We also get this when we respond to an email right away and we're super duper helpful. That's a dopamine hit. And finally, I got a ditchy nose today. And finally, it's like when we go do these side quests that are these short wins, these short, like, ooh, yeah, I love, my Parcheesi champion, and, I'm playing Parcheesi with my friends. That's just such a silly example, but I picked it. And so it feels really good. Yeah, I'm kind of avoiding doing this bigger thing that I say I want to do. And actually, I did analyze and I did decide pretty clearly that it's my 5-year or 3-year goal, whatever, a longer goal. It's dopamine. Dopamine's the killer. The other thing that's happening maybe is that objects in motion stays in motion. So once we're doing these things, it's our habit. It's our habit to do these side quests, especially. So that can be an issue and a quote unquote problem. And last but not least, I want you to think about this. There is a real thing, and it's initiation. Is task initiation. It's like picture this cold pool of water, right? And I know that cold plunges are good for you. But the concept of diving in a cold plunge pool is not very appetizing. I can relate to that. So instead, you sort of walk around the pool going like, yeah, I know I should do that, but no, I don't think so. One person said to me one time, I really want this, but, I don't really want to do the work involved to get there. Like, wow, okay, I guess you don't really, really want it. You want it, but you don't really, really want it. Well, here's a tip for you. Don't do it. Just do what I call the diving board technique. What's the diving board technique? The diving board technique is when you gather your information, like let's say you've got to write a report. Okay. So if you've got to gather a report, take a small amount of time. It could be 5-10 minutes, something like that. Set a timer, right? So you stay on task. And you just say, okay, I'm not going to do this report. I'm not doing it. But you know what I'll do? I'll just get stuff ready. Actually, a dear friend of mine 16 years ago told me about this, that worked with children with ADHD. And this is and it still holds true today, whether you're a child or you're not a child. And I don't work with kids, okay? So it's like, just gather the materials. All right, so I'll report. What do I need? Well, maybe I need some books. Maybe I need some contacts in front of me. Maybe I need my notes from my prior research.Maybe I need an old outline I did. I'm not sure what you need, honestly, but just think of everything you need, or think of the first, 5 things you maybe need, and just gather them. Tell yourself, hey, I'm not doing this. I'm just getting ready. I'm just getting on the diving board. I'm not jumping into the pool. Thank you very much. Usually what will happen is you'll either dive in the pool or you'll want to dive in the pool. The resistance melts away, and task initiation, getting started, oh my gosh, that is a very big thing, I would say, for probably most people, but definitely for people with neurodiverse brains, is because we just can't get excited about diving full force into that cold pool. Thank you very much. So anyway, if you like this, oh my gosh, you are so going to love Overachievers Club. And we have Overachievers Club coming up on the 14th of this month, which is a Monday at 12 p.m. So noontime, for an hour, just the lunchtime hour. If this topic at all you can relate to, oh my gosh, you should come. We have questions and answers. We'll have examples. I'll answer anybody that has any questions at all about really any topic. That is our topic. I do a little bit of teaching in the beginning, and then we have just this amazing community. Let's hold our hands all together, sing Kumbaya, maybe not sing, but like together we're better. That's actually another way to go, is when we don't want to start, do it in a group, do it with a partner, do it with a little bit of accountability, because then you just get past that task initiation. So come on, bring a friend, bring 2 friends. You should see it all over the joint on how to sign up. I've got, like a banner on the Unscatter Me group. If for any reason you can't figure out how to do this, just send me a message, carol@unscatterme.com, or, DM me, whatever it is. We'll get you there. We'll have so much fun. I cannot wait to see you there. Bye-bye.